You think you know Pope Francis, the man in white who waved from the balcony, who spoke of peace and mercy. But behind the headlines, beyond the public image, lies a story of humility so profound it's almost hard to believe. Today we're uncovering the Pope you didn't know, a man whose quiet acts of kindness changed lives, one small gesture at a time. Before he was Pope Francis, he was Jorge Bergoglio, the slum bishop of Buenos Aires. He didn't just preach about the poor, he lived among them. He rode the bus, walked the streets, and shared meals with those society forgot. And when he became Pope, he didn't change. He turned down the lavish papal apartments for a small room in the Vatican guest house. He cooked his own meals, traveled by minibus, and ditched the Pope-mobile for a simple Fiat. Why? Because, in his own words, luxury isn't my style. On his first Easter as Pope, Francis broke centuries of tradition. He washed and kissed the feet of 12 young offenders, not just men but women and even a Muslim. It wasn't just a ritual, it was a radical act of love, a reminder that no one is beyond mercy. He didn't care about the rules, he cared about people. In 2013 he traveled to Lampedusa, an island overwhelmed by the cries of migrants. He didn't bring policies or promises, just his presence. He prayed with them, listened to their stories, and challenged the world's globalization of indifference. It was a call to wake up, to choose compassion over comfort. But his kindness wasn't just for show. Off camera, he wrote letters to struggling mothers, sent priests with aid to Rome's poorest corners, and threw birthday parties for the homeless. Cake, laughter, and all. He didn't seek applause, he sought connection. He once said, "Kindness is firm and persevering intention to always will the good of others, even the unfriendly." And he lived it. Whether inviting refugees to dine at the Vatican or slipping out at night to hand out sleeping bags, his actions spoke louder than any sermon. His humility wasn't just words, it was choices. He swapped the gilded crucifix for a simple iron one. He asked the crowd to pray for him before blessing them, and when introduced to his fellow cardinals, he refused the elevated platform, standing among them as an equal. It wasn't about power, it was about service. Pope Francis didn't change the world with grand speeches, he changed it with small, tender acts of love. He showed us that true leadership isn't about being above others, it's about kneeling beside them. That's a legacy worth remembering. This is the Pope you didn't know, a man who led with his heart, not his title. Let's honor his legacy, together. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel for more inspiring stories and updates. Your support helps us bring more content like this to you.